On pages 2-3 and 2-4, we are going to look at simplifying expressions. So that's a big expression there that has 6 terms. So terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So some people think the 14 and the x are 2 separate terms, but they are not. They are just one term altogether. So the variable terms are the terms that have a variable. So that would be the 14x. Since this is a minus sign, we're going to put it down as negative 2x and then negative 5x. The coefficients are just the numbers that are in front of the variable, the numbers that are being multiplied. So in our case, we would have 14, negative 2, and negative 5. So the terms include both the variables and the coefficients, the big numbers. Coefficients are just the numbers then without the variables. Your constant terms then are terms that don't have a variable. So in this case, it would be positive 9, positive 8, and positive 1. So we're just going to do a couple of these down here. If we look at number 2, our variable terms are 3x and 7x. Our constant terms are 6 and negative 4. Since it's a minus 4, we're going to call that negative 4. Your coefficients are 3 and 7. Let's look down at number 4. Number 4, our variable terms are 6k and then just k. Our constants are negative 4 and negative 2. The coefficients, the 6 is easy to see. When there's nothing in front of the variable, that means you can put a 1. So if there's nothing in front of the variable, you need to know the coefficient is 1. Let's look down at number 6. We would have 3 variable terms, negative 10r, negative r, and negative 6r. Our constant term then is just 11. Our coefficients are negative 10, negative 1. So again, there was nothing in front of the variable except a minus sign, a negative sign. So that means the coefficient is negative 1 and then negative 6. One more, we're going to look at number 10. Notice we have 2 different variables in number 10. So you still have all of your variable terms, 11x, negative 4y, and 2x. You don't have to have all the same variable. Our constant is 8. Then our coefficients would be 11, negative 4, and 2. The main thing we want to do with expressions is simplify them. So as you can see, it says you simplify them by combining like terms. So you need to find the things that match. Whatever has the same variable has to go together, and then your constant terms go together. So when we look at this one, we have 14x, negative 2x, and negative 5x. So in your calculators, you can just do 14 minus 2 minus 5. So you only combine the coefficients together. Positive 14, and then you need to look in front. That's a minus 2 and a minus 5. So that ends up with 7. So your first term is going to be 7x, and then you'll want to cross off the x's. Then our constants, we have 9 plus 8 plus 1. That gives us plus 18. So 7x plus 18 is the simplified version of this long expression. We're going to do all the odd ones first. So number 11, all you have is two like terms. 4x plus 7x would give us 11x. And that one's finished. 13, you have 6c and 11c that match. So that's 17c and then plus 1. For 15, we have 11m minus 5m. So again, you need to do exactly what it says. 11 minus 5 gives us 6m. And then you bring down minus 13. For 17, we have 9v minus 3v minus 1. So if it helps you to write that off to the side to show you're doing 9 minus 3 minus 1, you can do that. That will give you 5. So 5v plus 7. If it's a positive number, you're going to write a plus. If it's a negative number, you're going to write a minus. Number 19, we have negative 14w plus 10w plus 2w. That would give us negative 2w. Those are gone, and this is minus 11. 21, 4h minus 8h gives us negative 4h. And then 10 minus 1 gives us 9, so plus 9. If it's positive, you're going to write a plus. If it's negative, you're going to write a minus. We always run our variable term first and our constant term last. 23, when you have more than one variable, try to put them in alphabetical order. So we have negative 8x plus 23x. Negative 8 plus 23 gives us positive 15x. This is negative 2 minus 6. Negative 2 minus 6. That gives us negative 8. So you're going to write down minus 8y. Since we said negative, you're going to put a minus sign. Do not put plus negative. That will not be correct. You just need a minus sign. 25, we have 9m plus 1m, giving us 10m. So cross those out. Be very careful here. Negative 5 minus 2. All right, that's a negative 5 minus 2 gives us negative 7. So minus 7n. And then we have 14 minus 7 gives us positive 7. So we'll write plus 7. So don't write down a plus or minus until you know if the number is positive or negative. If it's positive, you're going to write a plus sign. If it's negative, you're going to write a minus sign. 27, we have fractions, but you do just the same. So 11 fourths minus 3 eighths. Just keep that as an improper fraction. So 19 over 8, and then the k goes off to the side. Do not write it as a mixed number. It needs to be written as an improper fraction. Okay, then we can go over and do the even ones. 1k minus 6k gives us negative 5k. 14, even though the y doesn't have anything to put with it, I'm going to put it first just because we like our variables first. And then 7 plus 12 gives us 19. If you want, you can also put 19 minus 2y, but we prefer to have the variables first. Number 16, same thing. I'm going to bring the 8a down. Negative 6 minus 16 would give us negative 22. So 8a minus 22. Number 18, negative 2 minus 3 gives us negative 5n. Again, you always have to look in front. That's a negative 2 and then a minus 3. Negative 2 minus 3 gives us negative 5. 4 minus 19 gives us negative 15, so minus 15. Number 20, negative 5r plus 13r. So again, you need to see that negative minus sign in front of there is a negative 5 plus 13 gives us positive 8r. Negative 1 minus 6 gives us negative 7, so 8r minus 7. 22, we have negative 7x plus 1x plus 6x. That is 0x. You do not need to write that. If something cancels out, you just don't write anything. So then negative 12 minus 9 gives us negative 21. So sometimes you will not have two different terms. 24, negative 1a minus 3a. Negative 1 minus 3 gives us negative 4a. Negative 5 plus 4 minus 11. Negative 5 plus 4 minus 11 gives us negative 12. So you're going to write minus 12b. And then bring down the plus 2. 26, 2c minus 8c minus 1c. 2 minus 8 minus 1 gives us negative 7. So negative 7c. Here we have positive 7 plus 4 gives us plus 11d. And then we bring down the minus 5. Finally, our last one. This is negative 1 over 6 plus 7 over 15. Negative 1 over 6 plus 7 over 15 gives us 3/10. So 3 over 10v, those are gone. 3/4 minus 1/2. 3/4 minus 1/2 gives us 1/4. So plus 1/4.